Okay, so for the basics here, and we play with the VIP mod, which is called the Vanilla Improvement Project. If you came from Civ, if you're like a Civilization player, it's the BBG mod to this game in a sense. It's the improvement mod. It's making sure it's like that balance game mode mod. So you start off with two scouts, and you also and these scouts, what they do is they scout and they collect you resources, and they collect these little. These are the goody huts. Okay, so this is a food symbol. So every time, so we'll just do one movement. We'll do. I'll split these guys right here. So there's a transfer. You start off with two of them, and you can have up to 4 scouts in your army comp. This is your army comp right here. We have two, and the tribe, they get food. They have a nomad ability, which says special unit that gathers food through fighting and ransacking in order to multiply. Okay? So you'll see like deer, bears, mammoths. We'll get into that, but like when you kill them, you get gold, or you get food and culture, and then after the nomadic era, you get the Neolithic era, you get like gold. Okay. Good morning, Samuel. How are you? So we're going to transfer right here. Generally, you start off with one, but with the mod, you have two. Okay, so I'm going to transfer. So if I wanted to like split this up, I split them up, and then they have 3 out of 4 movement because they took one movement to split off right here. Okay, when I go ahead and collect this, you'll see this counter, the 0 out of 10, be modified by like 5 or 10. So I go over here, and 5. Once I collect another food resource, and the bar goes from 510 to 1010, I get another tribe member. I get another scout tribe member. What the hell? Scout, okay? Which will be stacked onto here that it can also transfer out. Okay? So we're going to do one tile at a time type scouting. And we're going to discover a science goody hut. So we can't move over here just yet, but next turn when we get there, we're going to discover and see what we get. It's going to be culture and science, and it's going to help us get what we need to in order to age up. This over here is the stars you need in order to get up to the age. You only need to complete one of these. So, example, when you hover over there, we have 2 scouts. This is 2 population, okay? It's 2 out of 5. Have 5 population and or units with your empire. Okay? So if I complete this, it'll tell me that I can go into the next era, which is pretty cool. When you complete, and we go over to the knowledge star, acquire 5 knowledge stars. These are knowledge stars, okay? Hi, Sergeant. Morning, are there many changes through the mod, or is it mostly, dude, there's a lot of changes. There is quite a bit of changes, and I will actually link the changes right now so you guys can get familiar. It's a Google Doc, so enjoy that. Okay. It's a lot. Like, it's no joke. Doc, special thanks to Doc for being the head guy for that, and making the game great. So cheers, bro. It's awesome. The game's so fun, and I don't say that lightly. Like, we've been playing 15 hours. I don't know. Just check on the past streams. Like, it is the 23rd of February. So check the past like 5 or 6 days. This might be day 6. I'm not sure. And we've been playing like an average of 15. Like, I think I just did 18 hours yesterday. The game's nuts, and it's fun. It's just fun. There's a lot of great mechanics in the game. So, um, and then so for the second thing is knowledge stars. You collect 5 knowledge stars, and then you can get this complete, and you can go to the next age. And then this one is 3 hunter stars. Kill 3 animal units, and you can level up. But then the question is, Papa, well, why would I want to do should I do all of them or just one? That's up to you. And here it is. If every time you complete one of these things, so if I kill 3, collect 5, or grow for 5 people, you're going to get a unique trait from the era. Okay. So with population, it is, if you get this, you can either opt out or opt. You'll see the trait. We'll go through it, but you'll see the trait where you get a like food and gold, and then this one right here, which the knowledge stars, you can choose between food and, or not food, prod and science, and then this one is +1 combat strength or +1 influence per population. Okay. And they're traits that you get. You get to choose an option. So I'll show you when we get over there, but it's pretty cool. A little tip: if you get, let's say if you get 2 of them, but you still are 0 out of 3, and you don't see an animal in sight, I would suggest trying to, settle your city so you can get the yields. Think of it as if you're coming from civilization, think of it as a settler, like looking for yields, right? And like, but you're looking for that Mount Kilimanjaro settle, or you're looking for like some crazy settle. Don't wait too long, okay? Because if you don't have your outpost set out, which we'll get into the outpost here in a second, you're not going to be generating yields, right? And you're just going to be getting further and further behind because you want to because some of these traits are very strong. Like there's this trait right here, the Hunter Star. When you kill 3 animals, it'll give you the option of saying, hey, do you want +1 combat strength on all of your units for the rest of the game? Or do you want +1 influence, which is culture in the game? Do you want +1 influence per population for the rest of the game? Okay? Both are very strong. If you want to bum rush somebody, or like, have like, that solid combat strength, +1 is really good. It's very strong. And I keep comparing some of this stuff to Civ. It's not, I mean, if you're coming from Civ, this game is not Civ, but like I'm trying to compare like, the power level right here. Okay. +1 combat strength is like a Catherine Magnificence bonus, or Catherine Black Queen, excuse me. Where it's like intel. That's what +3 is. It's right around there. It feels like it's more, and the units are strong. They are strong. Like if someone has +3 on you, dude, if someone has +5 or 6 on you, you can just, you're gonna get hit you're gonna die pretty much. It's just nuts. Like there's combat bonuses are like, you're like, oh, it's just +1 pop, but no, oh my god, yeah. So bum rush. So we're gonna move over here. Here's the thing: when you move on a river, it'll say movement points to enter, all remaining. It exhausts all of them. So if I move right here,
This way.
Okay, we found another knowledge star. Here's good. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find a good settle over here in our empire, okay? We're trying to get this outpost. This is claiming your territory. We can't do this until we get 5 culture. I call it influence culture, so just get used to that, all right? It's purple. It's purple. Okay. We have 1 influence right here, and we have 0 on our income. So how are we going to get more influence right here? Well, you get them through the knowledge stars. You get them through, certain things that you're doing. I think we also got influence on collecting a goodie hut right here too. So we're going to end the turn, and then we're going to move this right on the hill. So we got 2 science and 2 culture. Very cool. When we actually hit an outpost, here, let's just collect this. So we got 3 culture. So now we have the 5 culture. And look at, like, a deer just came over here too. Very nice. Very nice. We gain the ability to claim territory, okay? Now there is territory in the game. And it might look like a little bit of an eyesore at first, but you're going to get used to it. There is territory in the game. This little outline right here. And the outpost claims all of this territory, okay, inside of this box. So if I put it right here or right here, it's going to claim the territory no matter. It's just the whole territory. I can put it at the edge. If it's in the territory, it's going to claim all the territory. Okay? So I click claim territory. And it says found outpost for 5. If I just like put it like over here, it's going to show me like some of the best yields that you can get from this. So I place it, if I place it right here, it's going to tell me that I get 17 food and 8 prod. Nice. If 7 finally released. Did it? Great. So it's going to tell me 17 food and 8 prod. Do you get bonuses from fresh and seawater? You get bonuses, a lot of bonuses from rivers over here. Rivers are pretty key in order to grow very strong over here. And so I prioritize growth a lot. It's always good to have prod, but you want to see what these yields are. So we do 1411. You'll hear me say in this game, okay, 25. And then I look at 17.8. It's 25. What do I want to do more? Most of the time I want to grow more, but prod is always nice too. But we'll just, for this time, we'll just grow more. 17 food, 8 prod. We can like venture off over here and see what the other yields are. But generally, it's going to tell us where are the best yields. So we're just going to go right here. And we're going to set this outpost down. And we found some growth over here too. So I can have this guy pick up the food, or I can have this guy pick up the food. This guy is already 5 out of 10, so I'm guaranteed to actually get another population from this hut. So I'm going to move him back. I'm going to go over here, and you're going to see that I get another one with full movement, by the way. So we're hovered over this. He exhausted his movement, but we got enough food to get another tribe, or another scout. So I click on him. And I can move transfer, and I can move him either back and be like, you know what? I want to go this way. Scout this area out. Like, plan your scouting, too. Because I know, like, this guy is going to probably go around here. Take a venture around. And this dude is going to go over here to the left. So the new dude goes right here. Scout over there. Try to find a good place to settle. So we set the outpost down right here. And the outpost, it says it's taken 1 turn to establish. The outpost will start generating, it starts generating yields, but not for your empire until it turns into a city. Outposts do not give you anything until they're attached or become a city. Okay? Attached to a city or become a city. As far as I know, like if I improved like Luxes and all this other stuff, you need to attach it, and then it becomes a part of your empire. But for right now, it's claimed onto our territory, and you'll see that this territory with the stripes is an outpost. So if you ever see someone that has, stripes on there, it's not a part of a city, it's just an outpost. It might touch the borders to a city, but if it's not attached, we'll get into that in a little bit. They do collect food to grow. So it does collect food to grow. That is a good point. Yep. So we're going to go end turn. So as you see right here, the outpost is generating. It's 17 food, 8 prod that we saw. Okay. And it's 0 out of 4. So it's going to it's actually going to grow. And we're going to have 4 pop here pretty fast. I would say, like, we'll see what we do. But we want to get some of these quests done. 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5. So we need to grow a little bit more, so we can actually go right here. We got another pop. And let's get into battle here. Okay, so here's a deer. I mean, this is nice. I mean, everything's working out right here. So here's battle. So I want to attack him, and this gives you a little preview. If I'm like, oh, I want to kill this deer. Little tip. You only need 1 unit to kill a deer. Don't instant resolution these things. I don't care who you are. Don't instant resolution, because, dude, I had a full health unit, and I'm supposed to kill this deer. And somehow I lose. Somehow my unit just is on the low ground, because low ground and high ground are a thing right here. Like, it's rough. So let's go into battle. and you click manual, not instant. Don't touch this button, okay? Okay, you hear me? Don't touch that button. Okay. So, go manual. And we're just going to go right here. Because if you go on the river, if you're fighting, if you're hitting across the river, it's a -3 modifier, okay? So, you want to stay on high ground and just chill right here. So, we're just going to end deployment right here. And when you initiate battle, you strike first, okay? If deer are never going to initiate battle with you, ever, okay? Mammoths are never going to initiate battle with you, ever, okay? Bears want to kill you. If the bear's in the radius, you better have 2 units right there, or you better have a full health unit that just fortifies. So in battle right here, you can choose to defend, which you'll get a small combat bonus with defending. I believe it's +1. Something light. And I can move, and so you can either choose to defend, which I highly recommend you do for attack, or for like, you know, a bear or like a mammoth, and then you try to get their combat strength lower, their health lower, and then you know, go in for the kill. But for a deer, it'll show you how much damage we do. So here are the numbers. It's -25 health, so it's -5 to -25, okay? -34 to -46. So we attack. We're on high ground, and it shows that we have 10 combat strength base. We're attacking from high ground, which is another 4, which is huge. And then we're next to a friendly unit, which is +1, okay? So 15 against the 8, we attack. We lost 15 health, and I believe the deer lost 34, okay? We attack over here. We're not on high ground. We have 10 base, and we're next to a friendly unit, so 11. We take between 5 damage to 25. The deer takes -25 to -35. Now the deer is attacking, okay? I go ahead, and the X just means you just kill it, okay? There's some instances where you can low roll, but yeah. Can't touch this, yeah. You think it's +2? Yeah, it's probably +1, +2, yeah. So now we're gonna continue scouting, but we did kill a animal right here, so we did get a hunter star, okay? We still haven't got our none of these done yet, so we can't age at all. If we were to grow another one, we can age, but it looks like there's a chance to get all 3. Okay, so we're just gonna go venture off a little bit and see what we can do. I'm just gonna keep looking around and find, you know, good places to settle. There are things called strategics. There's resources all over. Like, there's Luxes right here, and there's strategics right here, and then there's unknown strategic resources right here too. There's horsies. There's some sage right here. And all of these do different things. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to drink some coffee. Good morning. God, I love coffee. Okay. Love that coffee. We'll get into the Lux. Or wait, I guess we can touch on the Luxes here a little bit. Okay. Yeah. No, because I don't have the thing unlocked yet. When we get into the next stage, I'll show you a little bit, and then we can end it right there with the Luxes. But yeah. So we ended up growing somewhere. Let me see. Oh, because we got a population from the outpost. Sick. Very nice. Okay. So here we go. We got 5 out of 5. And then when this happens, we get a prompt. A thriving legacy. Yada, yada, yada. Papa, you grew. Cool. Okay. So we can choose the farmers, you know, plant lore, which gives us 1 food. So this prompts when you get the growth stars completed. This always prompts when you get this completed. +1 food per population or on city or outpost. Okay, so you get a little bit more food for the more pop, so that's good. Storytellers, you get +1 money per population on city or outpost. Okay, depending on your spawn, I mess around with it. I mean, it's if you want to do standard, you just go food and prod, right? You get the food legacy right here. You get the prod legacy right here. And then if you want to be safe and not mess around with, you get the combat bonus. If you feel like you're in a simming position, you go for the influence bonus. But yeah. So we'll go back to this. And I'd be like, well, do I already have high food so I can get some money per population? Because money would be kind of nice to get, right? Or am I struggling on food and I just need that? I just need some food upkeep. So we can look, and if you have rivers, you pretty much you have that food. Okay, I'm just gonna take money because it's money. Okay, we're gonna go collect a star or collect this, some more food. This guy is gonna go over here, but the new guy that we just got, we're gonna go explore over here. And I'm going to go this way now. Moving on forest does cost 2 movement when you do hover over it, as you see below. So keep that in mind. There is also a thing on disbanding units too. So all of these units, all the upkeeps, when I hover over it, they don't cost anything in the Neolithic era. When you advance into age, you are going to have a big problem if you have like 10 scouts and you have no money, okay? Because they're going to cost you 1 gold upkeep per. But if you have a bunch of scouts and you're like, well, I just have a bunch of scouts and I don't know what to do. I already scouted like a lot of territory. There's this thing called disbanding units. When you disband the selected units, disband a unit within limits of your cities or outposts, and it will grant them 1 population. So when I get the city, I like to grant it, some population. The outpost is growing, like, I mean, let's just try this right now. So I don't recommend disbanding it like early on, but you can. So we're at 1-4. I just banned this unit. Now we're at 2-4. Okay. So you can do that to get that jump started a little bit more. It's not bad. The outpost is just, we want to make sure that we get to the next age so we can evolve into a city, so we'll have more housing. Okay. Okay. So now we got 5 out of 5 knowledge stars. And can acknowledge this. And then this prompts up. So you can choose between the production per population on city or on the outpost, or you can choose between the astronomy legacy, which is +1 science per population. Depending on how your playstyle is, maybe you want to get more science and you want to, rush a certain tech. This could be good. If you're always going for production is good too. I highly recommend just going food and prod on your first couple of games to give you that nice like baseline of growth and prod to get your cities jump started. But if you ever do find like other strats or other ways that you want to go with the game, then go for the observers, go for this trait. Okay, but I'm just gonna choose science. I like science. Okay, now let's try to find the animal. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find the animal, but as you see, once we get one of these completed, we can actually go into the next age. Okay. So when you adopt any one of these, you can check their details. So there's more and less details. You click this, and it'll tell you the things that you get with the territory or with your bonuses for the civilization. Okay. Yeah, there's some someone picked my Senians. My Senians are like the Julius Caesar of Civ. So, and then like you have the Zhao, the science. You have the Phoenicians. More money. You get the havens. You get a unique harbor, which is really nice. These things that cost like there's like things like farmers' quarters and markets. This counts as both, which is kind of neat. The Olmecs, they give influence and food. This counts as a farmer's quarter. These are their unique districts. They all have a unique unit, and this is their unique trait. And as you read, it's retained throughout the eras. So let's say if I would choose the Olmecs, you retain this, the natural harmony bonus, forever. That does not go away. You retain that forever. Very nice. You get the javelin throwers. You get to have the javelin throwers forever. Okay? I mean, they become obsolete, like, later on in the game, but you get to have them, uh, I mean, until, like, they become obsolete, right? Pretty sure you could just produce them. I don't know what, unless what did they upgrade into, like a musketman or something. Or a crossbow. Okay. The Olmec head, you only get to keep this until you go into the next era. So your unique districts, you want to make sure that you put some prod into them. Let's say if you're going to go into the next era, but you're like, oh my god, I need to complete my unique district because if I go to the next era, it's not going to be available anymore. If you put prod into that district, just like 50 prod, I think you only have to put a couple of prod into there, just like one. If you put some production into the unique district, then it'll stay in the queue and then you'll be fine, okay? But if you put 0 prod into it and you go into the next era, it's gone, okay? So you won't be able to make it anymore. So you have like a little time window of setting this district down and getting yields. Unique districts are really good. So make sure, and this is, and it's so beautiful too, because as you see, like, someone picked Mycenians, right? I can't pick those. So but like, what if that's like your playstyle? Be like, oh my god, I really wanted to play the Civ or whatever. Well, there's other Civs out there. There's other players out there that are like, thinking the same thing. They have like, maybe similar strats or, whatever. Or maybe they saw that their land, some of their land was like made for the Civ that you wanted to choose. Okay. Sometimes it's like, let me see, like Egyptians, not the Egyptians, let me see. Like there's a bunch of rivers over here. 2 food per farmers on city outposts, 1 food on rivers. So if you have a lot of rivers, I would choose this. If I have a lot of scouts, my scouts upgrade into runners, which have an additional movement, and they have Pathfinder, which ignores movement penalties from forests. So these are like Kree scouts, if you will. Okay, with the woods promotion. Okay, very good, very good. And you get a canal network. These districts are so cool. Like, look at this, is a farmer's quarter and is considered as a river, which means it gives more yields out to other tiles because rivers give more food. So very cool, like, districts, and you're just gonna grow like crazy with this Civ. If you want to go to war, you get more yields for each owned city per occupied city. So very cool. +1 combat strength on units. So you always have that combat strength. Very cool. Very nice. The Nubians. If you see like there's a lot of luxuries and stuff, you're going to go Nubians. You're going to get way more gold. You get pyramids, production, more gold, and it counts as a market quarter, maker's quarter, and religious district. Which these help you out with adjacencies later on. That's what the quarters are. So example, like farmer's quarter, they get adjacencies from other farmers' quarters, so you do like a triangle, and then it's like a farmer's triangle. You get yields from all 3 because all 3 are touching, right? So, very cool. And so, like, when you do age up, or when you had the option to age up, make sure you're like looking and be like, and seeing your options. It's almost like the mindset of choosing a pantheon in the beginning of the game, like for like civilization. If you're thinking that, it's like, what is my land good for? Like, what pantheon, right? What civilization would suit this land? Okay, it's not like in the beginning before the game starts, you choose a civ and then you just deal with the cards you get dealt, right? If you see that you spawn on a peninsula, maybe maybe you rush Phoenicians, because if you don't get this civ, you're going to wish that you did, by like, because like example, I have 2 out of the 3 traits right here, okay, and I want to get, but I want the Hunter Star. I want this completed quest because there's really powerful effects. Yeah, but if I see that my land is only suitable for the Phoenicians and I can choose it right now, I should choose it, because I don't want to greed out and try to find a couple more deer, which I do not see in sight. If you see some things in sight, it might be worth. If you're like, oh yeah, I see 1 deer in sight, then you go for another one, then you're chasing after that star. It could be worth, it could not be worth, because what if you don't find a 3rd animal? Then you don't get the 3rd star, and you should have leveled up and you should have started generating yields, because you can't create a city until you get into the next era. Yeah. So it'll tell you, enter the next era, remind me later. I'm gonna hunt for that bear. Deer? Okay. Look at, we keep getting more scouts here too. So we're gonna go over here. Very cool. Okay, so we found a Zuma rock. Can hover over this. These things are pretty cool. Okay, this is not like a, oh, this is not a bad one, but it has natural wonder effects. Okay, so let me see. I'll move. We'll go right here. So right here, the Zuma rock effects +3 industry. So you get 3 industry all day from the city settled on there. Okay. Natural wonder control effects. I don't know if it's just +3 industry for all, but it just says +3 industry. Okay. And you'll see right here, like when I hover over again, you'll see in this area, 10 stability on city or outpost, 5 fortification on city or outpost. So it's like a control. +5 health generation on unit. +10 faith on main plaza. So it's not that great, but what you get is if you settle on the wonder, in the territory of the wonder. So there's a territory right here. The wonder is right here. If I settle anywhere in the territory, I'm going to get these effects. Okay? 10 faith on main plaza is like the main highlight here, which you get religion. And we can go through religion here in a second. Just terrain? Yeah, just terrain. So yeah. Natural wonder control effects, that's what you're going to get. +3 industry? Bleh. Okay. But yeah, we discovered it. We get a little bit of science. This science is going to stack up, okay? How do we know where I'm at here? Hold on. Is that right? There we go. Oh, oh. We see a mammoth. We see a mammoth. Let's go say hello. These mammoths are super strong. So you need like 2 units in really good position. Yeah. Oh my god, and there's deer. Oh, this is a fun spawn, dude. I wish I was playing this for real. Okay, manual battle. We'll chill right here. We're gonna show this deer who's boss. Boom. This is really good. Okay, we killed that. 5 food, 5 influence. Papa, why is your battle animation so fast? Because I've changed the speed. My animations aren't that fast. So the battle animation speed. This is 1 to 3. But you can change the code to where people put this at 20. I find that crazy. I think 5 is a sweet spot, but it's very easy to change this. You just go into the file and then you just change. It's under gameplay. If you ever want that, I have it in the Discord, and you just follow the instructions. Very easy. But yeah, change that to 5. So we're gonna keep looking. We're gonna kill some deer. Yeah, buddy. And then this dude. Yeah, we're gonna collect more. Gosh, there is so many stars out here. What a nice spawn. I like that a lot. So we got display information here. We triggered something. This always gets triggered for some reason. I actually don't know why this pops up, but this is another one. You can get 20 food on hunting party, which 20 food translates to 2 scouts. You can get 10 influence right off the way, or you can get ferocious on tribe for 5 turns. I suggest you only do these 2. Okay? Unless if you have 10,000 units, you get +1 combat strength, sure, but if you don't know how to kill an animal without position, I don't know, just don't choose this one. Just get used to killing them with, your base stats. But if I click 20 health on hunting party, right now I have 0 food, 10, and I only got 1. So when I click this, I get 2 more. You see that? And then we can go kill this guy. So manual battle. I got the high ground. We'll see how well this does. I guess he's not that strong. Wow. High ground, so good. It's so good, dude. Well, that was very easy. That was super easy. Yeah, high ground and river really did it. So now we get a trait. A bold legacy. Okay. The legacies are really cool. I like how they did this a lot. So we killed 3 animals here. And we get to choose between +1 combat strength on unit. This is forever. All of these are forever, right? Or we get the traders one. +1 influence per population on city or outpost, okay? If you're a person that likes to go to war, which I like to go to war, but I also like to sim too. Like I enjoy culture. Like it's very nice to have. Plus influence per population city or outpost. Very strong because it's hard to generate. Think of this as the moksha. Think of this as moksha 2. Okay? Because that's exactly what it is, right? And you having that. And then this is just +1 combat strength. This is like Black Queen's ability. Oh man, now that I think of it like that. Black Queen's ability or Moksha 2. Moksha 2. Okay. Alright. But now we get to, if you plan on picking a culture civ, yeah. I just like stacking the culture up because it's very like, it makes it so it's easier because the culture you really need in order to expand out, because it's just very hard. Or if you have a lot of resources improved, this is another thing. So in order to improve resources, like such a just like regular resources like sage or like marble, you need artisan's quarter, which you get in calendar. Okay, calendar comes right away. It's the first tech. And then there's animal husbandry. I think that, I don't know what it's called in here, but it's animal husbandry where you can, improve, put stables on, the horses, right? Or pasture. Okay. You need a lot of culture because like I will show you. I just have to show you because like there's like, you can produce it if you make a city. You can produce you produce the mine, right, on top. But if you have an outpost, if you have culture and you just have a regular outpost that's not connected to a city, you can buy an artisan's quarter instantly with culture. Okay? I'll show you what I mean by that, but yeah, we'll get into it. Okay, so I'm going to bring this guy up here to collect this. When you advance it, so I'm not going to advance the age right now. I collected my stars. I think we're good, actually. Yeah. Let's advance. So right now, we're just going to go... We're just going to get massive food right here. And the reason why I'm going massive food here is because my traits are influence per population, we have gold per population, and we have science per population. Okay? So I'm going to grow and I'm going to get those yields. And it says, do you want to confirm this? Yes. So all of my scouts turn into runners. We get the canal network, and we get this passive for the rest of the game.
Ah, the challenges of a young civilization.
Yeah, nice little music thing there. Boom. We're -7 gold, okay? The city is 2 out of 4 population, okay? I can evolve my first city for 0 culture, okay? The next city, or I can evolve the outpost to a city for 0 culture. The second outpost to evolve into a city, so the second city cost, is going to cost me 80, and the next one's going to cost me like 255, and the next one's going to cost me like 500 something, right? 530, I don't know. It keeps getting more and more and more. So you got to place your cities strategically. There is a city limit, so if you go past the city limit, you're going to lose stability, okay? Stability is a huge thing. It's like, it's your happiness, right? You want to make your stability, you want to increase your making sure your stability stays at a high enough marker, or high enough a yield, because if it goes below, your people are not going to be happy with you and bad things happen, okay? So yeah, you want to make sure stability is high. So we can evolve this, and here is the beginning of the game, okay? We're just gonna, I'm gonna keep this on expert policy. Just click expert policy right away and do this. So right now we see that we are 2 population. So this is your population marker. 2 out of 8, 2 out of 8. 2 population out of 8 housing, okay? The housing comes from your slots right here. So this is 2 out of 2 for farmers. This is your farmers. This is 2 out of 2 for your industry. So if I put, example, if I put a population from here to here, so it goes, you see that it says 1, 2, 1, 2. If I go right here, it'll show me the yields that I'm getting. You can see like the food and the industry right here change. And I'm like, okay, but I'm still growing in 1. And I can put this here, but I'm still growing in 1, okay? Because I'm already generating a lot of base food for this. So I can actually move this right here, and I'm like, I'm going to work the production, and we can grow pretty steadily right here. So it's going to focus the 2 slots first. That's what the expert policy is. These 2 slots are always going to be filled, and then it's going to fill up the food, and then it's going to go towards gold and science, okay? It's pretty easy. Here is our building queue, our construction, okay? There's a canal network, which is our base, our Civ's ability, our Civ's unique district right here. 3 food and 3 food per adjacent farmer's quarter. So it's pretty insane, okay? Like, normal's farmer's quarter is, I wonder if we could, yeah, right here. This is a normal farmer's quarter. +1 food and +1 food per adjacent farmer's quarter. Our unique district is +3 and then +3 for adjacents. And it counts as a farmer's quarter, okay? So you make a farm triangle, you're set on food for quite some time with a farm triangle with this Civ. Very strong, very good. And also is considered a river. So when we place the yields down, it'll show like one of the best places to put it at, generally. It's going to give more yields to the surrounding tiles. So you can see, like, if you just like put it, if I put it over here, it'll show me like the best place to put it. We're just going to set this right here and just call it a day. I'm not going to worry about it. But it's going to show you the best place to put it. If you want to cancel it, you can cancel it with the trash can icon. So I get +7 food right here. That's his base. I'm just going to get +7 food. I don't even have to work a specialist in that empire, in my empire. I'm just going to get +7 food when I complete that district, meaning that this will go from 9 to 16 just from placing this down. It also gives me +1 farmer slot on city or outpost, okay? That means this 2 will become a 3, which means I can put more people to work the food, okay? It's also showing that I get 6 food per farmers as base value. So when I put one of these in here, why does it say? Oh yeah, when I put one of these in here, I get 6 food from base value and 2 food per farmers from fertile, indications, whatever, however the hell you say it. We're just gonna go through this. So that's my unique ability right here. Do you see that? So 2 food per farmers on the city. So we get more value from our farmers, and we get an additional food on the rivers. Very good, very good, very good for high growth. Okay. But we're already growing in 1 right here, so I'm going just to work the production over here because we're already growing in 1. There's no sense in just putting there. There is instances where you can grow in 2, 3, 4 if you have insane food, right? If you have really good food, you're gonna grow in 2, and that's gonna the food does overflow. Okay. Same thing with production in units. There are things where you have extreme high prod, and let's say if I queue like 4 musket men, okay? There's instances where you can produce all 4 of them in 1 turn. But for every unit that you produce, every unit, it is going to cost population. So if I wanted to produce the runner, for instance, the runner, all right, here, I'm just going to hover over here. It's going to cost me 3 turns right here and 1 population. So you need good population in order to produce units, okay? It's not like I have insane prod and I can just produce 1,000,000 tanks and life is good. No, you need to like set up for this, and your economy is going to take somewhat of a hit. It's going to grow back, right? But your economy does take a hit when you decide to go for war, right? But war is a whole nother thing. Like it's not like any other war that you experienced in other games. It'll tilt you. It'll try to. But like when you have a unit at your borders besieging your city and you can't do anything in your city and you're wondering why, I told you. Be careful. Okay. My screen's bugging out. Great. Okay. So we're going to make a unique district, okay? Another thing that's crazy. I don't know. It'll show that we are Agarian, okay? They receive more fame when earning Agarian era stars, okay? So this is your era star list. Gosh, there is so much in the beginning of the game. Like it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Okay. These are your stars. So how we leveled up from the Neolithic era to the ancient era was we got our food stars, our science stars, our knowledge stars, and we killed some animals, right? Our animal stars, hunter star. So we leveled up, and now we're into the ancient era, where now it shows that we need, how many stars is it? It's like 8 stars. That's what it looks like, right? Yeah, collect 8 stars. How do we get 8 stars? Well, you get stars. Fame is, we'll get into fame later. Fame, if you're alive, your fame is like it's like your score in Civ. Like the higher the amount of fame, if the game lasts for like 150 turns, right? Whoever has the most fame, you win. Okay. I think fame is good, kind of, but I think nukes are better. Okay? Way better. Got it? So you can get fame, as much fame as you want, but if I full kill you, you're a 0 famer. Okay? So, but we'll get there when we get there, right? Yeah. Good talk. So we're trying to get, if we want to go to the next era, so we click right here. You don't lose your fame when you die. You full die. We haven't tested out the full death yet, Mitch. But the thing is, it's like when you get hit with a nuke, you don't generate any more fame. You can still win? Well, here we go. If you're going to nuke somebody, right? You nuke somebody, they are not going to generate more fame at all. You're going to get grievances for sure, but you're not going to generate more fame because in order to generate the fame here, we'll get into that later, but in order to generate more fame, you need to complete these tasks right here. So the Garians get 50% more. So the rewards for these stars are 100, and then over here are 150. So as you see, I'm still learning the game. There's still more things that I need to know. This is my first week, but I am just showing you what I know. Like it's quite a fun game. It's so fun. I love this game. So we want to have 10 population and or units within your empire. Current value is 2. Okay. We also collected, there's diplomatic stars, collect a total of 5 leverages. You can do these things as well. You can get more stars by reaching more influence over here. Builder stars, when you construct districts, you get, I construct 6, you get 100 fame and a star. Expansionists own 2 territories attached to the city, right? So when you do expand, you get more of that. Merchant stars, the more money you earn, the more stars you're going to get. Science, the more science, the same thing. And then over here, the more things you destroy, more military units. You destroy 3 military units, not like 3 like envoys or something like that. It has to be military. And you get era score. Once you're done completing this, you get to go up and you get to go to the next age where there's going to be other civs with other bonuses, other like passive bonuses that you keep for the rest of the game with stronger units and stronger unique districts as well. And as you see right here, like 2 money on tile producing money, you get more money, and then you start seeing, your eyes start getting opened up to other districts that synergize with other districts or other wonders. And wonders are another thing. If you're coming over here from Civ, there's a thing like with wonders, you ever like started building a wonder and then you're like looking all over and be like, I hope I can get this the pyramids or the hanging gardens or something. You don't have to worry about that. You're not going to get slot ordered or anything. In order to get wonders here, you click on here. All cities are outposts. They'll show you your cities are outposts, but it'll show unclaimed wonders. You need influence to claim a wonder. So when we get 80 influence, we can actually, these are all locked because we don't have 80 influence, but you can choose a wonder that you want, and then you select it, and then you claim that wonder. You still have to build the wonder, right? Which is a lot of production, but you get to have that wonder, and you just like, you don't have to worry about someone taking your wonder, slot ordering, whatever. It's just there, okay? They all have their unique bonuses. That's for another day to talk about, but that's the general idea. When you do pick your civilization, you have a unique trait, okay? So this right here, the Agarians, they get a bonus right here, the greener pastures thing. And you can trigger a migration from territories adjacent to the selected city, okay? So if I do this right here, I click this, there are no adjacent territories to attract population from. You still gain 1 population, which you can do. But if I was like settled like right here and I'm adjacent to a couple of empires, I get to take some of their population and put it into that city, which can be extremely powerful to jumpstart a city. And it's no joke too, but you will get grievances if you do that to some people. So be careful and mindful that you're not doing it to your allies, because they could become your enemies pretty quick. So we're building our canal network over here, and there's also a pottery workshop. This is like a monument, all right? Who we forward selling today? Nobody. But the general idea is like you got your monument right here. These are your infrastructures that are inside of your buildings. Maker's quarters are your industrial zones that also get adjacencies from other industrial zones. So you get like a farm triangle, you get an industrial triangle, maker's quarter triangle. Oh yeah, let's go to our technologies. Now that we have advanced into era, right? We got into the ancient era. We get to choose our technology. So there's the technology right here. You can press T for technology. And we're going to go towards calendar because it has an artisan's quarter, which is things that you put on top of your luxury resources and your mines and stuff. This would, the horses right here, domestication. Okay, this is where that unlocks. But we go towards calendar. And then you can click. You don't have to shift click. You just click one time. And we're going to do this second. Okay. So when we get this done, we can improve our luxes. So we can actually expand out the map and be like, hey, where should we improve luxes, right? We got one in our empire, the Sage. It gives us stability in all of our cities for diversification effect. So this is a one-time effect for having that lux. You get +3 food on administrative centers. Okay. What is an administrative center? Okay. An administrative center is a outpost that is that it gets attached to a city. Okay. A main plaza is a city. Okay. So right now what we have is a main plaza. Yeah, it even says it right there. See that? It says it right there, main plaza. Okay. If, for instance, if I settled, let me just settle like right here. We create an outpost. This outpost is going to cost us 31. Okay. So we can just place this right here. I would probably settle like right here. There's a good settle over there too. Some nice settles over here, isn't there? But we're just going to settle right here, and I'll show you what I mean. We're -2 gold right now. We can choose to like work gold, or we're -2 because of units, because of army upkeep. When we click this, now you see that there's upkeep in the tab right here. It's going to show right here. Oh, no. Where are you going, bro? Yeah, you can see the upkeep is -1 because we're in the ancient era, and now units are starting to cost upkeep, okay? In the Neolithic era, they don't cost anything. So not Russian Wonder Settle. No, I'm not doing that right now. And the Wonder Settle is where is it at? We could, I mean, we would. That's a good point. We would do that because it just gives us 10 faith. And 10 faith, you'll get religion later. Not way later. Like when you get this, you'll start getting it right away. You need 29 population converted in order to receive religion. That's for another day, but we're just going to go through the basics, and then if you guys have like any questions and stuff, just join the stream and you can, we're all learning here. So it's a good time. But we have -2. In this situation, I probably would just disband these guys. So you can disband the unit like we did with the outposts in the beginning of the era. And look at that. Got a little bit. And then we can disband this guy. So now we got a 4-pop city right here. Okay. It's growing quite nicely. We can choose either gold or science. Yeah. And we get a little bit of gold income right here. Yeah, it's not bad right here. This is good. When we get this completed, we'll get another slot right here. If you have more population than housing, you are going to get a minus on your stability. So let's talk about stability for a little bit. The canal network. It says 3 food, and then +1. Now we get the -10 stability on cities. A good amount of districts, not all districts, some give you stability, right? But most of the districts are going to give you -10 stability, okay? Stability affects the happiness of your empire over here. Right now, we have a good amount of stability. We have 100 with a surplus of 29. So 129 stability, pretty good, okay? Yikes. Oh yeah, we forgot. Gosh, there's also civics too. It's pretty nuts. Okay. You start getting civics and all that as well. Okay. So it's a stability. If it gets lower than 30, if it's 30 or lower, your people are not going to be happy, and they're they're not going to produce anything for you unless if it's a stability district. Okay. Walls and commons quarters and garrisons are the main things in the beginning of the game that give you stability, that are your common sources of stability. Okay. Wonders give you stability, and unique districts from certain civilizations also give you stability as well. So if you have like a lot of districts and you're like, oh my god, like I go to another era and I don't want to pick a civilization that has minus stability for their district, I want to try to find a stability civ, then shoot for that. So you're just overall happy and you're not worrying about that. Because if I'm at like 20% stability, I can't produce anything except for stability. So you just make sure your stability is up there so you don't have to worry about it later. Yeah. Now we could get to create your own religion, right? So this is... Everybody gets this at the beginning of the game, okay? So these are a little bit different, but they all have their benefits. If you're not going to go for religion, I suggest that you go for poly. Because you get +6 faith on main plaza. You get good benefits right away. We have a main plaza. That's 6 faith on our main plaza right here. We are going to get 6 yields right away. If you want to scale, you go for shaman. Okay? Ism. +2 faith on main plaza, so we get +2 right here. And then there's administrative center. +3 for administrative center. Administrative center, again, is an outpost that is attached to a city. So you have main plaza, administrative centers, outpost. Okay? Outpost, it turns into an administrative center when it's attached to a city. And outposts can be made into a city. So in one turn, you're going to see that we are going to create this outpost, and we're going to attach it to here, and it's going to become an administrative center. So I choose shamanism. God. There's a lot to the game. Like it takes getting used to, but like you'll start getting those moments, and you're like, oh, that's what Papa was saying. Oh, okay, I'm a whack job, yada yada. But you are a whack job. Okay. Calendar research. Cool. I can't really give the... I want to show you what... Yeah, I guess I can untouch and detach, right? Okay. So we click on the outpost right here. It costs 80 culture to make into a city. So it can be just like this city, right? Because when I hover over it, it's the main plaza. When I hover over this, it's the outpost. If I want to attach this outpost to this city, I click on the city, and I attach it right here. Be mindful that attaching this city is going to increase the cost of your districts. Example, 21 out of 40. If I attach this, increased it by 10. But I do get the growth in the housing from the zeals. This outpost effectively gives me +1 to all of my slots right here, as you see. When we get the canal network, we're going to get, this is going to turn into 4, 2 out of 4, okay? We also can place a couple down, or we can't place anything over here to grow in one turn right here. Okay? You also can buy out your districts, so if you're making some cash, you can buy these districts, which is nice. Why would I want to attach an outpost to a city? Because you can place your unique district again over here. You can place... There's also... Oh, yeah. We actually have a calendar unlocked. So we can place the Artisan's Quarter right here. We can improve this Lux. So that's where the Artisan's Quarter is. I'm going to detach this city to show you that you can buy your districts with culture when you have an outpost, okay? This is a interesting mechanic.
Come over here.
There's also these sanctuaries. So there's a sanctuary right here. And I'm just going to take one of these dudes. And we're going to pillage this. So you can ransack sanctuaries, and you can ransack... you can pillage anything, pretty much. You can pillage, like... you know, if someone has like an improved Lux in their empire, you can pillage that. You can pillage like their outposts. If they have an outpost that they set down, you can pillage that if you'd like to. There's certain civilizations that can give you it's like expansionist, where you can take their outpost. There's like, instead of Agarian, there's like expansionist, where if you have this military units, you click on your military, you click on the expansionist, you click on the military units, and they will take that territory. So very interesting. But right now we'll ransack this. Allows you to destroy the target and gain resources. We'll go right here. And we'll take 7 gold in the sanctuary. Now, Papa, what is a sanctuary? A sanctuary and encampments, sometimes these are encampments, spawn CSs, city-states. Okay? City-states block you in your settles. If they're in the corner in the tundra, they can be there. That's cool. Stay away from me. But you can... But if you leave them long enough, these sanctuaries long enough, they will turn into city-states, okay? There's people settling in my territory. Not gonna happen. Okay? Alright. But yeah, if you do leave that, they'll spawn there, and then you can actually sign treaties with them, with the city-states. You can spend culture or gold to increase your leverage on them, or your patronage. It's called patronage. Okay? And you can see how much patronage you're putting in there, and you can see what the total patronage of other empires are putting in there. You'll see people's symbols. So like our symbol is like a lion or something. You can... Is that a lion? Whatever the heck it is, right? You'll see my civilization symbol, right, on that contract. So you can see who's competing for contracts in that city-state, which is another cool mechanic, right? But city-states are all the same. So that's something that's not cool, because they're not unique, right? But there's only 2 types of city-states. There's peaceful ones, and then there's not peaceful ones that can grief you pretty hardcore. And these city-states are not easy to kill. Like, they have relevant units. They're not pushovers. Like, these city-states are... you can't just send 2 to 3 horses and be like, I'm going to get a free city. Nope, they might kill you, okay? So, yeah. Now we go into our civics. So the civics will pop up once... I believe once you generated enough population. I'm actually not sure. It will pop up really early in the ancient era. If anybody knows, just let me know. But it pops up pretty fast. Thank you for the follow, Rake. Cheers. Appreciate you. Sorry, I'm just waking up. Just waking up here. So yeah, we get to choose our civics. This is another part. We're probably not going to do too much more after this. I'm going to show you how to like improve the Lux and stuff. But there's just a lot in the game. So you have your ideology right here. Okay? And this ideology, so if we like look at the top one, if we go towards more of the economic, we're going to go for stability. It's indeed population 8 pop, I think. Yeah. Well, I got 5 pop right here. Might be 5 pop. Maybe it's the total of units too. Either way, we get the civics. And you get them relatively fast. If you're doing like the you know, the generally right things in the beginning of the game, you're going to get a civic pop up, right? There's one territory in your spheres of influence. Maybe that's it. Includes units outpost. Nice. Okay. So right now we have this. We're in our society. We have 10 stability, 10 stability, 10 stability, 10 stability. Okay. That's our ideology. You can hover over your stability, and you can see that we're getting 40 stability as base value, 40 stability from ideology, okay? Your empire bonus. Plus 50 because it's capital, and plus stability from units, okay? Great. We can show civics. So when we look, this is our civic tree, okay? There's founding myths. So this is our ideology on both sides, right? We can choose the left side or we can choose the right side, okay? You enact these for a certain amount of culture. If I want to enact this, I strongly recommend minus 40% on create outpost cost. It's just good. I enjoy it, but you do get faith on your territory, which is not bad. You still get 5 stability. Excuse me. It costs you 10, and it can save you a lot of influence later on. So this is quite nice. You can enact them, but you can always cancel them later. But it will cost you. It will cost you culture to cancel and reenact something else. So you got to be careful. Okay. And every time you go towards a certain thing, it's going to change your way. So if I'm going towards this way, I'm going to get 5 science on city or outpost, plus 5%. If I go even further, it's 10% science on city or outpost. Okay. Over here, it goes 2 faith, and then it'll go towards 4 faith. Okay, so you'll see like the little, the tradition, and then we'll see towards progress. And then there's moderation in the middle. Okay. We have order. Order gives you plus 2 city cap. So if you want to go big cities, you can go towards this ideology. Plus 1 city, plus 2 cities, okay? That's a little rough because if you get a huge shift in ideology change and you're at plus 2 city cap, and then some crazy thing happens where you have a shift over here, you're going to be getting killed on stability from having over city cap. So you got to be careful. But this is strong, but you have to be careful. Influence on emblematic district. This is your unique district that you get for your civilization. Very cool. And the more you go. So all of these are plus 10. And then this one is like, oh, more food. Way more food. Or combat strength. Way more combat strength. So you get some whack jobs that go geopolitical just for the combat strength, which is smart. But you got to be careful because, as we were saying, Catherine BQ bonus for plus 1. Well, this is plus 2. Okay? Starting to get the picture. It hits hard. So be careful. You go for money, or more industry. Way more industry, okay? And these things are not just like the civics are not the only things that change your ideology. There'll be certain things that happen during the game and certain choices that you have to make that will change your ideology. So you have to pay attention. Don't just click on stuff because the yields look cool, all right? Sometimes it depends how much, all right? I mean, if it's giving you $1,000, you know, maybe you can switch your ideology. Maybe you get bribed and be like, it's not so bad, Life falls apart. Okay, so we can choose 5 influence on main plaza, or we can choose minus 40% and create outpost cost. So if you're going for faith, you go with this. If you're going for a little bit more science, you go for this. But mind you, 5% science is not that much. Plus 2 faith, I believe, is arguably just way better early game. Okay. And then you get to choose 5 faith on main plaza. Then you get some unique things that you get in your city that you can do. Minus 20% on attach outpost costs or absorb city later on. Okay. So you get to choose these things. Really cool. If I do choose this is 10 influence, right? This is 10 influence. I enact this. Now this costs 13. So it does increase in cost for each civic that you enact. Okay? So you got to be careful not to enact all the civics, right? There's some that you enact, and then there's some that you just leave behind. Okay? That just don't matter to you. Don't click on stuff that you're saying that you just have no need for, right? It's like I don't know. It's like buying something that you're allergic to, right? Like, why did you do that? You're never going to, eat that cheese. Let's say if you're allergic to cheese or something, or peanut butter. You're not gonna buy that at the store, so why are you buying it? Yeah, I think we just chill right there for right now. That's like a small tutorial of the game, but like just go have fun. Go branch out. And yeah.